Yeah, warm welcome to our Monday call. Touched seeing you, seeing so many of you joining us again. Um, yeah, so for today we have updates from Mai, from Satyam, from the land, and also we have Ruweida with us, who could make it to join us. So she will also give us an update and how she's doing and what she's experiencing right now in Gaza. And many of you have also watched her video messages that she has recorded for us in the past, and also some of you, I understood, have been starting to take Arabic classes with her and donated. So now we have the opportunity to welcome her live in our community. And after that, we'll have some time for journaling. And we would like to invite today to really take the what's happening in the land and reflect how it's touching your life today. So how is the conflict that we are witnessing, or many of you are witnessing from different distances, but many of you are not in the land, not in Palestine, Israel, but you're bearing witness to the war, the genocide, the displacement, the violence that is happening and is still happening, and inviting you to reflect how is that conflict showing up in your inner life, and how is that conflict showing up in your immediate environment, in your community, in your family, and how is that conflict showing up in your wider society or community. And knowing and acknowledging that what is happening in the land is systemic, and we are part of it wherever we are in the world. And bringing our focus there, rather than just looking at the crisis being somewhere else, understanding how is the crisis showing up in our very inner world and our very intimate relationships and in our environment, knowing that it's all connected. And then asking ourselves, how do I respond? How do I respond from wherever I am? How am I part of this crisis, and how am I responding to this crisis in the inner and in the environment that I'm in? So that's the journey of today. And with that, so after this journaling, there will be again an opportunity to reflect that a little further with each other in small groups. So thank you for joining, for being with us today, and I would like to pass it first to Mai to open us again with a prayer, and then yeah, after her sharing, passing it to Ruweida. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
just wanting
Habibi.
to acknowledge that you're just with your family, actually, with your brother and their kids in Freiburg after a grieving ceremony, and it was
Yes.
so sweet to see you with them jumping on you, brushing their teeth.
Yes, probably you hear Layla. She's crying, refusing to go to bed yet. Good evening. Grateful that we continue. to come together. I will begin, Ruweida, with saying, welcome, dear. Grateful that you are with us. Grateful for your voice, for the life that you still seek, the love that is seen through all that you try to bring. I will begin with the poetry that I wrote during one of the grief circles in the beginning of the war, the genocide. I was coming out now from another one here. I was in Zurich, and to see Palestinians bring themselves and was such healing. I came from the womb of the fire, from a mother who spoke through stone. She said, "The child, you are dust and desire. You are many, you are one, you are home." I came through the salt of the mothers, through milk that remembered the dead, through songs that were buried in silence, through prayers our grandmothers said. O tribe of the trembling river, O keepers of a flame in the sky, our grief is the drum of forever, our tears the reason we rise. We have fed on ash and hunger, we have slept with the broken names, yet something holy beneath us kept whispering, rise from the flames. We have carried the bones of the story through centuries heavy and long, but even the stones of our sorrow have learned to hum our song. O fire, remember us kindly. O grief, be gentle tonight, for we are the daughters of silence, turning our pain into light. The river inside me remembers, the soil in my palms still speaks. There is no border in spirit, no fence between wounds and peace. I call to the ones who are weeping, to the ones who forgot their sound. Return to the breath, my beloved. Return to the sacred ground. We are not the broken, we're molten. We are not lost, we are wide. We are the voice of the ocean singing from inside. We remember the first fire. We remember the first cry. And every time we hold each other, the world learns how to survive. So gather your drums and your daughters, your brothers, your candles, your songs, your fathers. The tribe has been sleeping too long, love. The tribe has been sleeping too long. Light the fire in your chest. Let the smoke become your breath and whisper through the wounds that ache. I am alive. I am awake. Thank you. Mm. I just came out of 4 days of grief for other Palestinians. Joined me. 3 of them, it was their first time. We were very gently held and cared for, received, seen, honored. And we spoke a lot about responsibility after we know. after the grief, not to assume that being in a grief circle has done the job. No, the job has just begun. When we know, when we understand, then we start. This is how Satyam started. When we knew, when we understood, we took responsibility. We put everything, souls, bodies, homes, money, brain, work, experience, resources, friendship, patience, tears, everything, because when you knew that for us to pass through this, we need a community. We need each other. We have to be seen and held by each other. If we are not seen and held by each other, this is when the system wins. It's when the system wins. When they convince us that of individuality, that you're successful if you do it alone. We are not. We are oppressed when we do it alone. We are genocided. Our kids are kidnapped, raped, our prisoners abused, tortured, stolen, our women, our kids, our men. It continues what's happening in the West Bank. It continues even in a harsher way after this video of the prisoners went viral of the sexual abuse. Shooting every Palestinian that it tries to come in for food to eat, that it tries to be free, tries to seek food for his kids or rent for his home. We have never seen the situation that we are in now. They have managed, the occupation has managed in the West Bank to truly separate us, to separate families and brothers that each has to do it alone and survive alone, and we cannot anymore hold each other and be at each other's home and eat in togetherness and take care of things together. And the settlers' attacks continue, even worse. And the policies of Israel, Ben Gvir and Smotrich, continue to take the darkest way, the darkest strategies. And yes, in Satyam, we really do our best. All the time, we're trying to understand what can we do more, what can we manifest, what can we inspire, what can we learn, what can we teach, what can we hold, who can hold. But we need the bigger community. We need the bigger one that could also see us and name us and make us political, drive us to be the political voice, make us move toward direction of real change, make us reach the international community. It's a community work that this voice would be the voice that is leading instead of all the other voices that are separating. The bombing did not stop in Gaza, and Ruweida will say more, but it did not stop in the contrary. In the contrary, the amount of bombing is crazy, of death is crazy, killing, again mass killing of children, 20 at a time. It's crazy what the kids are going through. It's crazy what kids everywhere are having to watch. And it's a crazy the amount of a privilege that we are able to sink in. It's really a lot. A lot of the questions here in Germany is what can we do? We didn't know what to do. We don't know because we don't understand fully. And it's to take responsibility and to start understanding the weapon industry that is being made here in these lands, in these lands, in these exact lands, flying to kill kids, women, men. And it's our responsibility. How do we extend this tribe from a tribe that meets on Mondays and speaks only in a few places to a movement, to a tribe that leads, where we are all one, where we are all out, standing, roaring, screaming. I was thinking, what should I do when I go back home? There is such a need everywhere, everywhere. And then I noticed again, our last resource of water, again, the Jordan River, Jordan Valley, 80% empty of Palestinians, of Bedouins. Done. Done. We don't have a way. We don't have a way. To the Jordan River. Jesus. And it's for us to move toward the Jordan River, and to write about it, and to educate about it, and to raise awareness about it, and to call the UNESCO, and to call everyone that we can call, to say, hey, there is no more resources of water on that area. You're drying people out. You're killing them, displacing them, torturing them, stealing everything. Same in Masafer if you've been following. It's getting worse. And it's for us as a community to carry Masafer, to speak about Masafer, to try and see ways and strategies. Who do we call? Where do we make a roar? Where do we make a mess? How can we use every tool, all through this Monday Zooms, all through the hunger strike Zooms? What are the tools that we now have? That this work can really go much more powerful. What can be done? This, we need to think together. What can be done next? How can we bring our knowledge and wisdom, movement, resources together in creating something on the land where this work is being more seen, this voice is more heard in the West Bank, where it's a movement, where people actually see us and believe in nonviolent resistance, that together we can actually stop the settlers, the violence that they are bringing, the atrocities that they are causing, the abuse, the dehumanization. How do we come together? How do we become a strong tribe, a strong community, also on the political level? To me, this is extremely crucial, that these meetings will also move us toward being more and more and more viral, more courageous, more of a change makers. Yeah, to have our opinions all over media, to be seen, so that people can also dare, can also understand, can also move. So many people in Europe, they didn't know anything of what is happening. Some of the questions we were asked were like really, to us, were very obvious. And it's for us to raise awareness, to be in togetherness, to show this power, this strength, give faith to people. Yeah, bring back hope to the land, bring back love to the land, true solidarity to the land, to speak of the kids of the land equally, deserving of a true, beautiful, innocent childhood, playing around, not fearing around, meeting, sitting, talking, eating, playing, laughing, exploring each other's culture and home and food, not fighting, not fearing. And only through us can any of this actually happen. That we come, we join, and we do it, we empower each other and we do it. To me, this is what gives me hope, what gives me wisdom, this, what keeps my fire, what keeps my faith, what keeps me thinking that I am not crazy, that I am not risking my life for nothing, that I am not being investigated, taken away from Lily for nothing. No, it's for the hope and faith that one day justice and freedom will actually be, that we will get to live together, Israelis and Palestinians, that we will have a life where we said, yeah, I've done everything possible for it. I risked everything. I gave everything up for it. For Gaza as well, for the hostages and the prisoners. I'll answer the same. I've done everything possible, everything that I knew to do, everything that I have in you to do, everything that I quarter in you to do, every idea that crossed my head. And I will still continue to do. But I want us all together, more in the land, on the roads, on the streets, naming, saying, speaking, to create what could make a difference, a big difference. Maybe I am a dreamer, but I believe in us. You made me believe in us. You made me believe in us that we can, that we will. So my invitation is to again, to uprise even more than what we began with, even much more, and to come up with these strategies and to discuss these strategies that can create real movement and real solidarity in taking actions. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, May. Yeah, welcoming you, Ruweida. Inviting you to share whatever you want to share with us as we're here together, Palestinians, Israelis, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, with trying to understand how we can empower each other to make a difference towards the world we want to see in the land and globally, where there's mutual care and equality and freedom and justice for each one equally. And yeah, just really inviting you to share how are you, and what would you like us to know about what is going on that we might not be able to see or hear of, because it's so limited oftentimes what we can have access to as information in what's truly happening in Gaza. And how are you?
Yeah, hello.
I have a question.
Yes, you can speak.
I have a question. I have a friend, Basma, in Gaza, and she wrote me and she asked if I could maybe make post to get them some winter clothes, blankets. And I'm just wondering if there is an organization that could at least send them, because I can't send it from here. If I want to send it, they will take it.
To whom are you asking?
I ask you all, since this organization exists, I try to find other.
So can you write me a personal message so we can hear Ruweida right now, and then I will respond to you. And share with you what we can. I just don't want to take space with that right now, because I would love to hear Ruweida now.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm gonna respond to you, and we can also chat later here. Thank you.
Okay.
Ruweida, please.
Yeah. Hello, good evening for everyone from Gaza, yeah. Okay, I don't know what I can say, okay, because after 2 years of war, maybe you will feel there's no energy, and I'm talking about myself, and I'm sure this feeling for everyone in Gaza. And the first I want to say about the situation in Gaza Strip, there is nothing a change, okay, because we still under some pumpings in different times, okay, because there is no like stable in the situation. Still, there is high expensive for the food in Gaza. The most thing is very important. I want to say, I can't go back to my home. They destroyed my home. So this thing like took everything from me, because from the first of the war, I was trying to be strong because I have work. I want to send my letter for all the world because I'm journalist, so I want to keep my work to be continue, and I gave my family strong power to be strong, because the war, it was not until now. I don't think that the war stopped. No, because there's many things very terrible happening in Gaza. Like still there's lack of food. Still can't the people back to their homes, areas. To live in tent, it's like war. I think it's big war to change your life from your home, your safety, your like warm moments with your family to tent, to live in tent. It's very hard. Okay, so the situation in Gaza, it's not good. No, I can't say there's better than before. No, because we don't know if this war stop or not. There's many things happening during the times. There's many places under control, Israel control. Many places like we heard like very explosion, high explosion. They destroyed the homes. Before I want to say something, and I said that about the story. Like I lost my home when I was 8 years, so I maybe you know that, and I said that. Okay, so from 2000, okay, year until now, I'm suffering from the occupation because I didn't live like safe. Okay, I try to be strong and to have dreams, to achieve my goals, to be good and strong journalist, strong teacher. Okay, I was very 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 positive girl. Okay, before the war, but during the war I lived in very hard moments. So I lost my patience, I lost my positive energy, I lost everything. I feel like I'm just body, okay, walks, just. There is no mind, there is no heart, no feelings, no patient, no anything good. Okay, so always I said I don't have energy to talk also about my experience because it's very hard, and I talked many times about my experience, the situation also in Gaza Strip. So more than 2 years I'm talking about it, more and more and more and many times. Okay, but I didn't like find anything change. Okay, but still now I'm doing because I want to be the people. Don't forget Gaza, don't forget Palestine. To know that the Palestinian people are very kind people. They are human. They want to build their homes, to back to their quiet memories with their families. I know the people in Gaza are very sad because everyone lose money something in our lives. Maybe loved people. About me, I lost a lot. I lost a lot during the war and until now. Okay, so I told you I'm not good. I'm not good person. I'm trying to rebuild my life. So I need to recover from everything, but I'm trying. I don't know how I can do that. It's very hard because after I know about my home, really, I feel like I lose my life, not my home. I'm sorry to be very negative person, but every time when I saw any photos for our people they killed during the war, I said they are in good place, but we are suffering, still suffering. The death is not it's not bad thing. No, no, no. It's very rest because now we are suffering from our thinking about how I can restart my life from zero. So it's not easy thing. Okay, so I want to say again, the people in Gaza and in Palestine in general need the world to take them their freedom, their right to live in safe without wars. The war's not solution for anything. Never. The peace. Because we lived in 2 years a war. Okay, what is the good thing we did it? Nothing. Just kill people, destruction, displacement. It's very hard to lift your home. I can't describe what I felt when I left my home, and then I know my home they destroyed in the last days of the war. They destroyed my home before they said their ceasefire agreement. So I don't know. I was very happy, and I prayed many times. I hope to back to my home. I want to see it again, but they destroyed it. And I didn't. I can't forget. I didn't. I can't forget anyone support this war to continue, because they destroyed not my home, my everything. They destroyed Ruweida. Okay, you know Ruweida? They destroyed it. But I'm strong. I'm said many times I'm strong. I can be good. These times it's very hard, are very hard. And I know I need to be more positive. I know I need to be more strong. I will, but it's not easy, because it's not easy. No, I lived in hard things, and it's not the first time they destroyed my home. This is the second time. They destroyed my home when I was 8 years. I saw the rubble around me, but I was very child. I couldn't I couldn't to express about my feeling. Just I was very silent. I didn't forget this moment, by the way. I'm still until now remember this moment when I was 8 years and I saw the rubble and around me, and I didn't know where is my home place exactly, because I wanted to take my things under the rubble, but I didn't, because I was very child, and I saw the people around me, and I saw journalists around me, cameramen around me, but I was very child. But now I'm not child. I can express about my feelings. I know it's very hard to say the same things. I lived in the same experience. I couldn't until now. I can't to go to my home place, because the Israel control of my area also, and I can't to take my things from under the rubble. I have many things. I have my student gifts, and I have new clothes. I was buying them because I planned to travel with my mother to trade hair in Egypt, and there's many gifts. I bought them for my relatives out Gaza. So they okay, and under the rubble there's lives. They destroyed home on the lives. Okay, life. There's life under the rubble. So I want to take them. Okay, but now after this war, I don't like to have anything, new thing, because I have phobia to lose anything again. Okay, so anyone tell me you can't buy this, it's very beautiful, I say I don't care, because maybe I will lose it again. So I want to I want I want to just have basic things in my life. I don't like to buy anything. I was very interested to make shopping, to have everything, because I was working as a teacher, and I meet my students, and I look to be good style with them. But now I don't care, because they took everything from me, my home, my things, my clothes, my favorite things. Okay, but I was very strong during the war until now, because the people know more about the stories from Gaza. I work at it, and until now I'm producing documentaries and video stories and articles. That my work is the only hope in my life, so I'm trying too much. I do my best to keep continue and to save my work, because this is the only hope for me. But another thing, no, they took everything. My as I told you, my home, my streets, my places, my school, and they killed some of my students, some of my colleagues. And I saw my colleague Mariam when they targeted her during her work in Nasser Hospital, and the world saw that and watched that by TV because it was live on TV. But there is nothing changed. Just the people said and say, "Oh my God." But I want to tell you something, David. Maybe I wrote more than 400 articles during the war, but all of my words didn't express or tell the world about what very small part about the reality live in Gaza. Because when you go to Gaza and meet the people and see the destruction and see the life there, you would say no, it's very terrible. Okay, because the reality, it's we are trying to tell the world, but if you will live in Gaza, you will it's more terrible than what you write or what you film or what you, because no, it's very easy. So I think it's enough, because I feel like I'm very negative person. I'm not like this, by the way, but I will not like say, oh, it's very good, it's very nice. No, I will be not honest if I will say the situation is very terrible here. No, it's it's very terrible, and everyone in Gaza lived in very sad experience until now. But we love their life. We want the people to get us the right to continue our life and to believe that the Palestinians have right to continue their lives, to rebuild their future, to rebuild their homes, and to teach their children, because there's no schools until now. There's many people trying to back to school intent, but like formal education, there's no formal education because all the schools destroyed during the war. So I hope next time I will be more strong, more good, and I'm trying to recover from everything. So maybe the articles, maybe the video don't show the real feelings, but I'm trying always. So thank you so much for hearing me, and I'm so sorry if I'm negative thing and like send you
حبيبتي رويدة على
negative
العكس.
feeling. Sorry.
No, Ruweida, on the contrary, حبيبتي, we are very grateful to have you and to have your voice and to be able to sit and listen to you and to think together, how can we support you going back your home, your safety, all of Gaza, all of really freedom and justice. We are together with you. We are very honored that you are with us and deeply grateful that you could make it in the midst of the genocide to still come and be together with us. Your courage inspires us. And yeah, the situation is unimaginable. It's a genocide that is taking place around you, and it's not easy to be in tent, and winter is starting. And it's been a long, long, long road of suffering, long, long road of pain and grief. So may you know that we are with you and standing with you, and we will continue to stand until real justice comes to our land, to everyone in our lands. Thank you, Habibti.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I want to leave the meeting. Thank you so much, and I hope for all the people to live in peace because all the people in the world deserve to live in peace, because we live in one time, not many times. So we deserve to live in peace.
Yes.
Yes. Ruweida,
Yes.
thank you
I
so
agree.
much for coming and sharing with us, even though it's so terribly painful and so devastating. And I truly hope that we can support a little bit with what we can, what we can give and contribute to you to strengthen you and your family to find the strength to continue and to rebuild. And it is so, I feel so touched that you're willing to come and speak, even though what you are going through. And it's truly an honor. And we will be continuing to see how we can support exactly this rebuilding, exactly this justice, exactly for everyone, for you and everyone. And yeah, just sending you a lot of strength and prayers. And we will be also in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much. And for sure, we will rebuild our home, because there's no another choice. Okay, so we will rebuild it, but it's very hard to rebuild again. And I want to stop this wars, because we rebuild. I spent, maybe you know, David, I spent 10 years of my life, okay, working very hard to help my father to build this home, and we finished the building before 3 months of the war, and they destroyed it. So it's not easy. Okay, I will rebuild it, and I me and my family, we want to rebuild it. But maybe my mother said, we will rebuild my home, but not like more beautiful, very simple home, because if there is another war, if they destroyed it again, we will not be very sad like this. Okay, so we don't know when we will live in peace, okay, forever. Really, I don't have any idea about my next steps. Okay, I was very positive person. I took my family this positive. I said, for all my family, the life will be very beautiful. But no, after the war, no, I lose this positive. I need to back to my character, okay, before the war, but I don't know how. I need a long time to recover. I know that, but I will try. I will do my best, because I have many responsibilities for my family. I can't give up. Sometimes I feel like I want to give up enough, okay, but I can't, because I have a lot. I have responsibilities for my family. So if I will give up, there is bad things will happen for my family. No, so I want to save my family, and I want to trade my mother to back to work, and I want to rebuild home for my father, because he will be very happy. He now very sad, because he have good and super relationship with the home, because you know the home is meaning peace for the people. So when you lose your home, you will lose your peace, your rest. So it's not easy, but I will do my best to be everything is good, and I hope to do that very soon, and I hope this war to stop, because when this war stop forever, we can think about next steps. But
Yeah.
with this situation, there is no future in Gaza. This is
Yes.
not my speech. No, all the people in Gaza don't know what is the future, because until now the situation is very terrible, and there is not stable in the situation. Okay, today war, tomorrow ceasefire, like this. Okay, so we want the war to stop, and open the borders to be there's more flexible to move in the areas, to back to our homes, to okay, to rebuild. But until now, the war is not over. So we want that too much.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you again. And yeah, let us pray and act that this will be the last time. This will be truly the last time. This will be the time that finally there will be peace that will last, so no one has to rebuild even more. That this will be the last time, and there will be justice, and there will be freedom, and there will be open borders, and there will be abundance. And yeah, this is why we're here, because this is our goal. This is our aim, that this will be finished. And yeah. Thank you, Ruweida. I will, yeah, you can also, can you read the chat? There are also some messages for you directly, if you can read them. And anyone who wants to. Can you read them, Ruweida, in the chat? Can you see the chat?
Yes, yes, I will read.
So there's some resonance for you from the community. And yeah, let's be in touch. And also we can, in the future, see more ways that we can support you. And whatever you share, we can, again, share with the community. So let's be in touch about this. Sending you so much strength.
حبيبتي رويدة، شكرا كثير لإلك.
So I would love to invite you to take some time with this witnessing and acknowledging that wherever you are, in which country, in which place, knowing that what is happening in Gaza, it's not something that's disconnected or separate, especially from the Western world, from Europe, from the US. And acknowledging the connection, I would like to invite you to take 5 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes to journal. And I just copied you this question for your journaling. Where do you see what's happening in the land connected to your environment? Where do you touch the conflict? Inside of you, in your relationships? And where do you see this occur or play out in your society? So where do you see it reflected in your society? The oppression, the power structures, the exploitation, the othering, the dehumanization. That is happening in the land. How is it also happening in yourself, in your immediate surrounding? And in your society, how is it contributing? How is it connected? Just for you to explore. Where are you part of this? This war, this genocide. this occupation. Inviting you, while you write, to really feel this. Really inviting you to write down, not only think about it, but taking the next 5 minutes to write and see what comes. Acknowledging. Welcome back. Yeah, I hope you had a meaningful reflection together. I see nodding. Yeah, so let's take the next 5 minutes before we close to hear some of us. What are you taking with you? What has touched you in this time together today? What have you maybe discovered for yourself? Something you're taking from this time together. Malka.
I have something to share, but first I wanted to ask Christina. She was about to say the most important thing is, and I was wondering whether you're willing to share with the group. So what I wanted to share is that I'm really, really grateful to be here and to be bearing witness. And I really appreciate May encouraging us to have courage, more courage. And I also want to acknowledge that there's a lot of gates in my own emotional being. And that when I practice courage and then people attack me, then I get scared. And it's a very hard path of like the emotional path of facing the fears, which I'm sure are ancestral. It's not just from but just really putting out that intention of working with the complexity of my own being that makes it hard to be as brave as I'd like to be.
Thank you. Yeah. I actually feel it's such a systemic part of why we don't show up. Because there is so much information and memory of what happens if we are brave, if we speak up, if we show up. So meeting that feels like an important step of acknowledgement and of being in connection with that as a part to move forward to something more connected and more courageous. And actually the individualization of and the individualism is even something that's built on that, right? We feel alone. We feel separate even among our people. And how can we come back to true support of each other? I've got your back. I'll stand behind you. How we can have each other's backs on this. Thank you.
I know Malka had invited Christina to share, and I see that she's unmuted herself, and I'm wondering if she might share.
Yeah, no, I can. In fact, what I said at the computer shut down, then I came back, and I said the most important thing is to realize that we are all divine human beings, like, and don't need to fear to stand up for what is right and for the truth. If everybody can work on this, I guess the society will be much better.
Yes. What happens if we root ourselves deeply in this truth, only this truth? What will, yeah, what kind of society will we build? What kind of global society will we build? If we truly, 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 truly uphold that as the core of what we build life around.
Fight is only to because someone wants to be powerful, someone thinks it better than the other one. We are not, we are all the same, we are all one. We are all from the same source. We are not different. We are all from the same source.
Yes. Thank you.
I'd like to say something about the end of othering, that every human being on the planet was born from a woman. And that the challenge for me, maybe for other people, I think a lot of other people, is separating the human being from the actions they take. To see the human being as human, regardless of the actions and what they say and do. That's the challenge for me. I'll add one thing, and that's that my teacher, Marshall Rosenberg, who invented and originated nonviolent communication, he told us it took him 10 years to learn to love Hitler. Said, well, if it took you 10 years, how long is it going to take us, Marshall? And he said, it took me 10 years, so it won't have to take you that long. You can see every human being is human. Not allowing or agreeing to what they do or say, but seeing them as human.
Right. And then NVC teaches us to stand so strongly for what we believe is the way that we want to live, and yet not dehumanize. Because it is actually, it is out of pain that we act in destruction. It is out of desperation and woundedness, not because we are evil. And we have all acted and hurt ourselves and others, right? So such a profound teaching to hold those two truths. I don't agree with what you do, and I will find a way to see your pain through that and meet you in compassion, while I even stop you in hurting yourself and others, with love though, not with punishment, not with anger. So yeah, such a...
I just got a message from Gaza. Just now. They feel that we are talking about that we are with the people from Gaza. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, inviting if there's another something you want to share as we part, that you're taking a reflection or an understanding or a call to action that you want a presence before we part. Yes, Nathan.
So I probably won't pronounce her name. Mary from Belgium, the lady from Belgium who facilitated a conversation with I came to realize I think it's it's the real connections we make with people around us. So Mariko sharing what she's doing in Belgium. She was just found Satyam, but is only aware if she might be the only one there who's forming like a peace collective. And then I found out in Colorado, there's some things going on there. She's plugged into some of it. Like how do we like plug the two groups, like so make more connections in our local area, but then try to also just form these like like if you think of roots of trees underground, like try to do more of that so you get really strong and then can bring it forth. And so there's some that we're doing more speaking out, and there's some community, this building of relationship that we're doing, and there's some things that connected for me by doing this writing exercise and by her skillful leadership of our 15-minute group. So just appreciating.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there a last voice? Something you want to share briefly so it doesn't get lost?
I don't know if his name is Nehemiah or Nehemiah, but he was in our small group of 3, and he talked about the importance of simply being in prayer for each person, recognizing that we are all connected by a spiritual force, and that it is powerful when we pray. And I would simply say that by this experience of, I've only been tuning into this for about 6 weeks, and not every week, but the practice of fasting, I find, has helped me to connect in some way with those who are struggling, not just hungry, but hungry for hope. And it was so powerful to me a few weeks ago when some people were there in the office in Beit Jala, and one person who was just listening in the background suddenly stuck her head into the picture and said, "You need to know how important this is to us here." Just like Christina said, the person from Gaza said they feel like we are with them. Simply lifting one another in prayer somehow connects us, and there's good in that.
Thank you, Dave, for reminding us. And maybe that's the beautiful words of closing, extending this reminder to all of us that we matter, you matter, it matters that you're here. Your voice, your presence, your prayer, your action is way bigger than we often believe, because it means that we're aligning ourselves with a reality, with a prayer that's also bigger than us, that we're strengthening through our own hearts. And bearing witness is such a powerful way. Because if the deepest thing that we all long for, isn't it that we want to be felt? And that's why if we're not felt in the pain and in the tragedy that we've experienced, or if it's too big to hold it alone, then that pain will express in so many ways destructively.
I'd like to add one more thing, and that's that the settlements in the West Bank, they are renting out B&B, and there's a Palestinian youth group that is organized to get the Airbnb to not allow the settlers to use B&B in the settlers in the settlements that they're. So that's an ongoing thing that is happening with young Palestinian group, with the Airbnb and the settlers, to economically not allow them to use B&B at all.
May I close us with a chant?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to all of you.
Thank you.
Take care of yourselves. Invite your friends and community. And we will see you next Monday, inshallah.